Hi all my crafty friends, welcome back. I'm going to be doing a tutorial for one of my journals. Now, if you used to watch me a while back, you will see that I have done one of these before with an Alice in Wonderland journal. This time I'm going to be doing it again, simply because all my new subbies, and thank you very much for joining me, may not have watched old videos before, or might want some new tips. I have done a couple of things different that I've updated, as in templates and things for this journal, just to make it easier for you guys, really. I do like to do things the hard way, as you might have noticed, but I have tried to create this to do it as easy as possible for you guys. So what I'm going to do is, a journal. What I'm going to use is this. Now this is absolutely stunning, very vintagey. This is actually by Craftwork Cards. It's called Vintage Ephemera Collection. If you can see that on there. Sorry, I've had to put my lamp on here, so there may be a bit of a glare, but this time of night there's not much light in this room, and I have to work underneath my daylight lamp. So let's just open this quickly. Now this, you can pick up this collection off of eBay, very cheap. I didn't pay a lot for it exactly. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it. I've had it for a long time and I've been waiting to use it, and I thought this would be the perfect time to use it. So you get a little pack of candy, which is just a little multicoloured sticky dot things. Probably won't use them. You get your paper pad. Absolutely stunning papers. I'll show you in a second. Now this is an 8x8 and there is 36 sheets of pattern paper. There's 6 sheets per design and this is 190 GSM. So as it's plain on the back, but I will take you through very quickly and show you the designs. So as you can see, very stunning, beautiful papers, and as I said, there is 6 sheets of each design. So I'll flip through quickly and show you one of each. That one there, beautiful. I just love all these old-fashioned type bottles. You have one there with lots of little stamps and bits on, which is gorgeous. You have that one there that has loads of vintage style keys on. That one there that has kind of like a book stand with some old-fashioned books on there. You have that one that has all the designs of perfume bottles on. And that's it. So as you can see, lovely papers, lovely designs. And then also with your 8x8 pad, you get these like cardboard pieces. And all they are, if I can actually get the sheets apart, is they're little pop-out bits. They're already done for you, so no fuss and hassle of, you know, cutting them apart. And if you're very careful, you can just pop them straight out like that, and they're beautiful for using on your designs. I think you get 2 sheets of each for this. So that's your first sheet with the gorgeous bottles on, and you can also use these side pieces as borders and stuff, so it all comes in handy. Then you have the same one again, but in a different colour. That one's got the red and pinks on. This one has got the mauve and lilac on it. And I think you've got 2 sheets of this one. Yep. Which is all your pop out tags on there. And you have this one here, which has all your little pop out sentiments and bits on there. You've got 2 sheets of that one. And then you've got another 2 sheets there of more pop out sentiment bits. And I do believe the middles of these actually pop out as well separately, so you can use that as a separate piece, then the frame as a separate piece, or you can use it all as one, which is very ideal for these journals. Sorry, I'm just trying to pick these bits and pieces up, kind of like all together. Oh, that is the last one. And then you've got these little bits here. You've just got some little pop out bottles and sentiments, and then you've got a heart and a square and bits and pieces that you can use on there. So absolutely gorgeous for making a journal, and that's just the back page that tells you exactly what's in there, and to keep it kind of safe so it doesn't all fall to pieces. So that is what we're going to be using. And so if you want to follow me along, you don't have to use this, but if you do, you fancy using it and giving it a go, and you want to follow along exactly what I'm doing, then you can get these on eBay, and they don't cost a lot at all. So that is that. That's what I'm going to be using. As well as using that, I am going to be using black cardstock. Not the best of things for a tutorial. I know I should have done something in cream, but I will show you the templates and things which have all been done on cream cards so you can see. And then it's just a matter of putting it together. So what I wanted to show you to begin with is how to make the file folders. Which are these? Okay, so you've got your tabs on the side, and then obviously they open like so. And you have an 1/8 of an inch down the side there, so it can be stitched in to your journal. Now we'll be making these, and then you'll be making another one with the tab there and there. So you'll have a total of 4 tabs. So what I wanted to show you is how to make it. Now there's a couple of different ways on how to make the template for your tabs for your folder. Now you can make one like this if you find it easier. Okay, but then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to mark these in the right places. You're going to need 1/8 of an inch, 1 1/2, 3, 4 1/2, and a 6. But then when you place this down onto your piece of card, as I will show you, let me just find a piece of card. If you place this down onto your piece of card, you're then going to draw around your first tab like so, and then you're going to have to try and line up the bottom bits and keep the ruler as straight as you possibly can to draw in your lines so you know where you're cutting. So you will have to do that on each one. Okay, so if you wish to do that, then you can do that. But I thought it would be easier today to show you how to do, sorry, this is just my little bit that I keep together for my journals that has all my measurements and bits on it, and my templates. So that, as you can see, is all my measurements, so I know what I'm doing. So what I thought would be easier is to make 4 tabs, 4 templates with your card that you can use just to lay straight on a page, draw around it, and then cut up to where your tab is. Okay, if you have an envelope punch board, it will make life so much easier. If not, don't worry, because you can just draw these angles onto your card. Okay, so what you're going to need 4 pieces of card that measure 6 1/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, so you will need 4 pieces that measure 6 1/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, then what we're going to do, I already have mine here, so I'm just going to show you on an old piece of cards that I've got. It's not going to be exactly the same length, obviously, but you will need yours obviously 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to get a pencil and your ruler. Okay, and starting in, I would say, if you came into the page about 1/2 inch, okay, line your ruler up like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your first mark where 1/8 inch is. Okay, then you're going to move your ruler across so the 0 is on that 1/8 inch, just to make life more easier for any beginners. Okay, and then each tab is going to be 1.5 inches long, not wide, long, because long going down the page. So from the 0 where you've just marked that first 1/8 inch, so from the 0 you're going to mark 1.5 inches like so. Okay, now this is only your template page, so it doesn't matter if it has a few pencil marks on it. You're going to have something that looks like that with the 2 pencil marks there. So your first pencil mark there is going to be 1/8 inch. Then move your ruler down, so you're starting from that mark, and then mark 1.5 inches. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to take your envelope punch board, okay, and where you've put that first 1/8 inch mark, so the first one there at the top of the page, the 1/8 inch, you're going to just line that line up with the centre of your punch bit. Okay, so if I can show you round that way, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. That is lined up in the centre like so. Okay, and then all you're going to do is punch it, okay, at the 1/8 inch like so. Then you're going to move it across to where you made your 1.5 inches. Okay, so this edge will be 1 5/8 on your punch board. Okay, and then you're just going to punch again. So you have that. Then what you're going to do is just move that out of the way. And what you're going to do is taking your ruler and going from the 2 very tips here Okay, you're going to put your ruler so it lines up there like that with the two top lips that you've just punched out. Okay, so once you've done that, you just draw your line straight across there like so. Okay, and then you just take a pair of scissors and cut up that line. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this so you can actually see. You're going to cut up that line to where that first dip is in your card. Okay, and if you may want to take the edge off of that side, then just turn it round and just snip off that very edge like so, and there you have it. That will be your first tab for your page. Okay, so then you just put on there tab 1. Okay, so you know that's your template for your first tab on your card. Okay, so then once you've done that, you're going to create your second, third and fourth. Okay, so remembering that each piece you will always start 1/8 of an inch. Okay, always measure that 1/8 of an inch and then move the 0 on your ruler across to the 1/8 of an inch and then start marking your page. Okay, so tab 2, if you can see on here, I'm not too sure if you can, but I have done the 1/8 of an inch mark there. Then I moved my 0 on my ruler down to there. Okay, now this is page 2, tab 2, that you'll be wanting to do. So then you're going to need to mark 1.5 inches. Once you've started from your 1/8 of an inch, remember, you need to come down to 1.5 and then 3. And you're going to repeat exactly what we've just done. Okay, you're going to lay these marks in your punch board, in your envelope punch board. Punch there, use your ruler. You remember on the first one, use your ruler to get your line across there. Draw your line, and then you're going to cut up to that mark, and then you're going to cut from the top down to that mark. Okay, so that's tab 2. Your marks need to be at 1.5 and 3. Okay, I'm trying to go as slow as I can. Obviously, you know, if I'm going a bit too fast, then you will have to stop the video and go back a little bit. Tab 3 will look like that. Okay, so always remember your 1/8 of an inch mark, start from there, go down to 3, place a mark, go down to 4.5, place a mark, put it in your envelope punch board, punch it there at the 3, and punch it there at the 4.5, where you've marked it with the pencil. Place the ruler on there, draw your line, and then cut from the bottom to that mark and from the top to that mark. Okay, so that's 3 and 4.5. Okay, that'd be your tab number 3. Tab number 4 will look like that. So you need to be placing don't forget your 1/8 of an inch mark. So you're starting from there. You're going to go down to 4.5 and put a pencil mark. And then you're going to go at 6 and put a pencil mark. Okay, so then you're going to punch there, you're going to punch there, 4.5, 6, use your ruler to draw your line, and then cut your lines up to your tab. You should have something that looks like that when you're done. So it's 4.5 and 6, and don't forget to measure from your 1/8 of an inch mark. Okay, so when you've done that, you should have all 4 pieces like so. Okay, so when you put them together, they should all be exactly the same size, and you should have something like that. Now this is where I was saying to you about the 1/8 of an inch, okay, because there is 4 tabs. You need an 1/8 of an inch gap at the top, then where you made your 6 inch mark on the bottom, that leaves an 1/8 of an inch gap at the bottom. Okay, so it's all nice and even. Just move that up for you so you can see. So you have your 4 tabs, okay? So you have your back one, that one, that one, and that one, okay? And that will be the starting for your file folders. So I'm not going to go any further than that, ladies. I'll leave you to complete that. I will be back tomorrow sometime. And as I said, if you want to follow along, then feel free. You know, you don't need to use the same paper pad I'm using. You can use anything you like. If you have printable papers, use them. If you have an old paper stack somewhere, use that. You can even use all your old bits and pieces. Please feel free, do it. Just, you know, let's have some fun with this. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know how I'm going to lay out the pages yet. I just wanted to have some fun, and hopefully it will help you ladies to inspire you a bit more, and just, you know, to help you make one of your own if you wish to. So yeah, hopefully you will join me. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below and I will answer them as soon as I can. So that's it for tonight, ladies. I'll leave you to do that. Thanks for joining me. Love to you all, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Bye for now.